guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. I know I've been gone for a while, y'all. I was sick. I'm feeling much better, so I gotta just take it slow. I miss y'all. So anyway, y'all, I heard that London Thomas was found. I did the story like a couple of days ago or a week or something like that there. So let's get into it because I just felt in my heart like something was wrong. Like, I mean, it is so many black and brown disappearing and getting, deceased by men. It's not even funny. It's like it's beginning to be like an academic. You know what I'm saying? Like an academic. Like this is like is this going to be the norm? Like only way this can stop if women get together and let and speak on upon speak upon this situation, because it is I'm telling you, they so young, and men is just knocking us off, for no reason, just because if we don't want to be with you, if we don't want to give you any money, if we don't want to give you any panani, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally knocking us off for no reason. We are actually doing this to ourselves. We are being hurt by our own brothers. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. But anyway, y'all, let's get into this here because it's sad. I am so tired of, talking about these young girls, our young black and brown girls missing. This ain't it. Like, something strange is going on here. And it's by our own brothers that's doing that to us. And that's very concerning. Very, very concerning. It doesn't make any sense. But anyway, y'all, like I said, let's get into this here. It said missing teen London Thomas boyfriend officially considered person of interest. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. When they said that he had left with her, we was like, red flags. We already knew, like, a red flag. Like, we knew. We already knew. Like, we knew it. They said Inkster Police Chief Tamika Jenkins said Thomas' 23 years old boyfriend is now considered a person of interest. Inkster, Michigan. On Friday, the 7 News Detroit stopped by the Inkland home raided by police and the FBI on Thursday. Authorities zeroed in on the property. The property as they investigated the disappearance of the 17-year-old. And they remember they said that that she was with an older boyfriend. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was maybe a little more older, but 23 years old. He considered as old. I mean, she's 17 years old, and when they said that she was with an older dude, I really was thinking a little bit older, but this guy is 23 years old, and I heard he's strange. You know what I'm saying? Like, allegedly, that he's strange as hell. So they said the investigation disappearing of the 17-year-old London Thomas. They went on his property and they were searching. They already knew, like, bro, like, I mean, it's not 100% to say that he did it, but it's pointing to him. Like, what I said. Red flags. You know what I'm saying? Red flag. It's you, bro. Like, it's you, allegedly. During our door knock on Friday, a woman opened the door and said they're not talking. She closed the door before I could get in a word. That's what one of the news people said. Inkster Police Chief Tamika Jenkins told the Detroit News that Thomas' 23-year-old boyfriend, who lived at home with other family members, is now considered a person of interest. His neighbors, Jasmine Allen, said he was weird. I wonder what way. He's weird when asked in what way, like I just said, right? In what way? Because I'm reading this as I'm talking to y'all. she said he's just strange. Allen, who streamed the raid on social media in hope of spreading the word, said she lived across the street from 8 years. So she's seen some things, you know what I'm saying? She's seen the comings and the goings, you know what I'm saying? She's seen, this young man. Like, she have seen this young man. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Jenkins said investigators searched for the DNA evidence after receiving considering information they found during the phone extraction. She said Thomas, who last seen in Inkster on April 5th, her phone pinged in a Westland near Cooper Upper Elementary on Allen Arbor Trail. But the chief said it last pinged in Detroit, and the Detroit Police Department is the lead agency. Everybody wants to know where is London. I want to know where is London. I'm a mother. That's what the lady Allen said. They said while on Coslow Street, Julia, a family friend of Thomas, drove by the house and stopped to speak to us. It's a hurting thing to see a kid come up and miss it, and she hasn't lived her life. She's 17 years old. I don't know right now. I'm discombobulated about it. To keep her mind busy and trying to get answers, the family is desperately seeking. She been out here searching. I'm tired. I ride around the city of Inkston, go by the woods where the trees and stuff at, calling her name. Maybe she's tied up or something. I don't want to think the worst, cause God doesn't cause God does make miracles. So it's just hurtful right now. It hurt for her and the rest of her kids that's missing her, she explained. But you know what? That is so true, because guess what? A parent, that's their worst that's a nightmare. I'm gonna be rude with you. Y'all know already. I lost 3 kids, so it's a freaking nightmare. And then when it's even worse when you can't find them. You understand what I'm saying? When you cannot find them, that's just torture, because you riding around, you praying to God that maybe, especially when you have to go into woods and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? I cannot even picture myself have to go into woods to look for my loved one. You understand what I'm saying? Like that right there, that I would be crying the whole time, like I cried the whole time with my child, but this is different. This is like a predator. A predator just, did this to London. You understand? They didn't say how she was, found or whatever. But I'm not understanding. You're 23. This guy is 23 years old. What did she do to make you harm her? I don't get it. I swear to God, y'all, I don't get it. What can a person say to you that make you want to just off them? She's 17, you only 20, he's only 23 years old himself. So I don't believe it was SEX. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe that, because I don't think that she would have, been with this guy. Because remember, he a grown man. Is it she don't want to listen to you, that he was possessive, or maybe he was mentally in his head? He could have had a mental problem. And I don't know, allegedly, if he did have a mental problem, because the lady was saying he was weird. You know what I'm saying? She said he was strange, he was weird. But I feel like this. if a parent, he's still living with his family members, and this young lady is with London, the boyfriend, I think they should let the little girl know, like, you need to go home, okay? Because he has a mental problem. You know what I'm saying? He has a mental problem. So some parents and some family members feel like, oh my God, he got a girlfriend finally. You know what I'm saying? He finally got a girlfriend. Oh my God. So he's okay. He's okay. No. You're wrong. Because if a woman that lived there for 8 years said he's weird and he's strange, you family members knew that. You knew that. Ain't no stranger in the street just gonna come out and say, oh, he's weird and he's just strange. I feel the family is responsible because if she did, allegedly, if she did go to the house and this guy got a mental problem, I feel that's wrong. Because this is somebody's child. And they riding around for a long time trying to find a loved one. You understand what I'm saying? But you have a lot of parents and family members that try to look over the mental illness. And mental illness is real. Like, for real. Mental illness is for real. And a lot of people be thinking like it's not. Yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? It's me, myself. I got post-traumatic stress syndrome, like, for real. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Like, it is what it is. They need to get help for this child, but they don't want to label the child as having a problem. You understand? I'm telling you right now, it's a lot of family members out here that they loved ones is mentally, messed up or in some type of way. And you don't want to recognize that. And that's sad. Because when you don't recognize that, something can happen to you or somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So, more is going to come out about this here because, I feel like, the family knows. The family have to know. The family have to know. They said that the news Detroit has been in touch with Thomas' family. Her father said loved ones are, of course, waiting for updates for the police. It's just crazy. It really is. I have a couple of videos for you, because, like I said, I did this story, and I felt hurt. I really did. I really felt hurt to, this little girl, she looked like a little girl. You know what I'm saying? And, we not, like I said, black and brown is not getting the coverage that they really need. Like, they really need better coverage. I don't know what it has to take for us to get better coverage, because if it was a clear person, trust me, this would have been different. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all see a video, and y'all, I'm gonna go. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. Y'all let me know in the comments, like, do you think that the boyfriend, 23 years old, had a mental problem? Alright, y'all.
Tonight, family members confirm police have found the body of missing Detroit teen London Thomas.
London was last seen April 5th after being dropped off at her boyfriend's house in Inkster. Our Jacqueline Francis has been following this story. Jacqueline, why don't you get us up to speed?
Well, I briefly touched base with London's father tonight for him to confirm to me that, yes, she is gone. You can only imagine their heartbreak. I remember I first met London's father about 5 or 6 days after she went missing, which was earlier this month. And even then, just 5 or 6 days in, he told me he knew something had been terribly wrong. He said, I'm so close with my daughter. There's no way that she would go this long without seeing us, calling us, texting us. He just had this sick feeling that something was up. And now fast forward to tonight, them confirming to us that her remains have been found. Here's a recap of the case. 17-year-old London Thomas was dropped off at her boyfriend's house in Inkster on April 5th. She was not seen or heard from since. Just last week, police and the FBI searched the boyfriend's house, and now tonight we are getting confirmation that her remains have been found. Within the last hour, I talked with the police chief over in Inkster, and she tells me their department received a tip today about this case. They forwarded that tip to the FBI, and then that information from that tip helped the FBI recover London's body. Now, full transparency, we're in Southfield right now because we've heard unconfirmed reports that it's in Southfield where her remains were found. We're still trying to get those answers for you to see exactly where she was found and the circumstances around that. So again, a lot of questions tonight, but the family has told us that she is gone, and you can just imagine how heartbroken they are.
Yeah, Jacqueline, what do we know about the boyfriend at this hour?
Yeah, so from the very beginning, the family said they didn't know the boyfriend very well. They said London's 17, he's 23 years old. They referred to him as the older boyfriend. Of course, we've been to that boyfriend's house when we saw searches happen with the FBI and Detroit police. So there's been a lot of attention surrounding the 23-year-old boyfriend, but aside from that, we don't know much. That's something we hope to get more answers on.
All right, Jack.
News in Inkster, where investigators are raiding the home of a missing teen's boyfriend. Thank you for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 10. I'm Glenda Lewis. This is a case we've been following closely. London Thomas, last seen at her boyfriend's home in Inkster on April 5th. We want to take you to that house live now, where we're told officers are looking for DNA evidence. 7 News Detroit reporter Ruta Alsinaida is out there on the scene tonight. And Ruta, what are you learning?
Yeah, Glenda, good evening. We're here on Carlisle Street in Inkster, just in front of the home of the boyfriend of London Thomas. 17-year-old London went missing just about 2 weeks ago now, in the beginning of April, and was last seen at this very home with that 23-year-old boyfriend. Neighbors tell me the FBI as well as police have been on scene here for hours now. Inkster police telling me they're here looking for DNA evidence based on some concerning information they found during phone extractions, adding that they will update us as soon as they have enough information to make an official arrest. And just earlier today, London's family organized a search for her at the location where her phone last pinged in Westland near Cooper Elementary School. And after a grueling and emotional day of that search, some family members raced over to this raid hoping for answers. Are you hoping this search brings some answers?
I want something, yes, so I can let my mom and my family know, like, she's still out here, or if he harmed her, then God have mercy on his soul. There's no vendetta, no vengeance or nothing. We just want her alive and well.
And with London's 18th birthday just next month, family tells me they all hope they can celebrate together with London, and they are hoping for the community's prayers during this difficult time. For now,